So what we're seeing with the recent arrests about misinformation is just a total panic from Keir Starmer's Labour government. They're totally afraid of taking any sort of accountability and responsibility about the true issue. You know, it was all about this root cause. They were talking about immigration, how we're going to go to the root cause of things because that's what good leaders do. We're going to smash the gangs and that'll stop it. But all of a sudden when it comes to the riots, they no longer want to look at the root cause. These people really think it's easier to just blame online misinformation on the riots. It's nothing to do with the terrorist attacks we've seen in the last 2 years. It's nothing to do with the grooming gangs. It's nothing to do with the rape on women. None of this stuff. None of it matters. None of it. All that matters is misinformation. They think that the riots are more to do with the fact that someone said that the Southport stabber was an illegal migrant instead of just a normal migrant. They think that because someone said it was someone who arrived 1 year ago, that's what caused the riots, you know. Even though the riots started after the information was made public that he was born here, that he was Welsh, all this stuff. They're trying to say that the riots were happening because some guy with 0 followers spread misinformation that it was a Muslim foreigner instead of a non-Muslim foreigner. Starmer is absolutely terrified of even giving the slightest bit of legitimacy to the riots or the protests. He's afraid. He's sitting there saying he's openly saying he refuses to talk about immigration because it might give justification to the rioters. So that's sort of his excuse for the entire term of his prime ministership. I'm not going to solve immigration for the entire 5 years because it might give legitimacy to the riots that caused 0 deaths. What? It's absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? That's his excuse for the entire time. Not going to talk about immigration, no deportations, not going to close the border. You know, the riots have nothing to do with the fact that 700 people yesterday alone crossed the border illegally. He now doesn't have to talk about that because if he talks about that, he's giving legitimacy to far-right thugs. So he doesn't need to do it anymore. That's his excuse. It's over. No more talk, no more admitting that it's even somewhat of an issue.